Namaste, everyone, and welcome to the fourth week of the International Yoga Conference, held through the month of June as an extended celebration of the International Yoga Day, hosted by the American Academy of Yoga and Meditation. For viewers who are joining us for the first time, let me introduce you to the American Academy of Yoga and Meditation, or AAYM as we call it. This is a non-profit organization dedicated to education and research in the field of yoga and meditation by fostering an interdisciplinary approach of linking science, arts, ethics, and spirituality to promote human well-being. I am indeed very honored to host this session, which is a discourse on excellence at work with meditation by Mr. DR Karthikeyan, who is a retired IPS officer. He is the former director of the Central Bureau of Investigation, former Director General, National Human Rights Commission, and former Special Director General, Central Reserve Police Force. After passing the combined competitive examinations for senior civil services in India, he joined the Indian Police Services in 1964. Mr. Karthikeyan went through extensive training in that field, which included being trained at the National Police Academy in Mount Abu. He also served in a number of important positions. For example, Deputy Commissioner of Police, Law and Order, Bangalore, Deputy Inspector General of Police, Karnataka State Intelligence Department, Head of Karnataka State Police Academy, Inspector General of Police, Central Reserve Police Forces, Southern Sector at Hyderabad. The investigative skill and the leadership and dedication demonstrated by Mr. Karthikeyan was highly appreciated and placed on record by the full bench of the Supreme Court of India. So, namaste, Mr. Karthikeyan ji. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you will stay back and answer some questions after we play your recording. So let us listen to what you have to say about excellence at work with meditation.
Greetings to all of you. When we talk about excellence in work through meditation or because of meditation, we have to remember meditation is part of what we generally call as yoga. Yoga, in popular parlance, includes pranayama and dhyana. That is pranayama and meditation it includes. As you all know, yoga is a timeless tradition from Rig Veda with a history of over 5,000 years. Yoga means uniting individual soul, Jivatma, with universal soul, Paramatma. Yoga is Chitta Vritti Nirodha, meaning controlling the fluctuations of the mind. It is an ancient philosophy that educates on health and harmonious living. It's a science of self-awareness, self-development, and self-transformation. It's a holistic discipline that integrates the body and mind, creating perfect balance. Yoga is not just physical exercise as it is commonly understood. It builds emotional stability and calms the mind. It's a powerful health discipline that heals many health issues of the body and mind without medicine. Yoga is a way of life that boosts positive energies and improving quality of life. It bestows self-understanding, love, knowledge, wisdom, and happiness. It awakens the spiritual self, makes the practitioner experience inner divinity. It's a natural therapy that makes one look healthy, youthful, beautiful, and joyous always. It's an amazing inward journey that illuminates life beyond pain and suffering. As we all know by now, yoga is the science of sciences. It stands on its own right as a science based upon the eternal laws of the higher life and does not require the support of any science or philosophical system to uphold its claims. Referring to yoga as Adhyatma Vidya, science of man in depth, science of the self in man, the Upanishads seem to have accepted and assimilated in this way a unique and ancient Indian tradition concerned with human growth possibilities and the actual realization of the highest potential by an individual. Lord Krishna's definition of detachment is explicit. Pursuing excellence in work in life is yoga. Now we come another definition of yoga, samatvam yoga vichyate, meaning equanimity of mind, non-reaction even under pressure. Yoga teaches us to cure what need not be endured and endure what cannot be cured, says the greatest Yogacharya, Dr. B.K. Iyengar, with whom I had the privilege of knowing very closely for several decades. I repeat, yoga teaches us to cure what need not be endured and endure what cannot be cured. To quote Bob Harper, yoga is the fountain of youth. You are only as young as your spine is flexible. Great Patanjali Shastri says, yoga is the practice of quietening the mind. Yoga is integration in relaxation, freedom in routine, confidence through self-control, energy within and energy without. Yoga has a clever way of short-circuiting the mental patterns that cause anxiety. To quote again my favorite master, Dr. B.K. Iyengar, that is Padma Vibhushan Yogacharya Dr. B.K. Iyengar, I quote, yoga, an ancient but perfect science, deals with the evolution of humanity. This evolution includes all aspects of one's being, from bodily health to self-realization. Yoga means union, the union of body with consciousness and consciousness with the soul. Yoga cultivates the ways of maintaining a balanced attitude in day-to-day life and endows a skill in the performance of one's actions. Yoga means, yes, also meditation. Meditation means being with one's own breath. Breath plus mind is dhyana yoga. To quote Patanjali Maharishi, yoga means, I mentioned, chitta vritti nirodha, total calmness of restless mind, and is called the state of meditation. Bhagavad Gita says, Tasmat yogi bhava, become a yogi at once. Yoga karmasu kausalam, only yogi performs all the works efficiently. So it is accepted in all traditions. A meditation in Islam says 1 hour of meditation is more valuable than 70 years of obligatory worship. Prophet Muhammad is quoted to say. In Christianity, Jesus Christ is reported to have said, until your both eyes are one, you can't enter into God's kingdom. Bhagavan Buddha says meditation means observation of breath. Adi Shankara, as gold is purified in a furnace, mind gets purified with meditation. So thus yoga, including meditation, can bring ecology in nature, peace, love and affection, cooperation in society, eliminating student unrest, drug and gun culture, divorce, psychosomatic ailments and psychiatric disorders, greed and speed at the base of a host of stress-triggered, aggravated and maintained problems in every nook and corner of our planet. Yoga is a perfect science, deals with the evolution of humanity, as I mentioned to you earlier. It's a perfect science, deals with the evolution of humanity, as I mentioned, means union, the union of the body and consciousness. Again, to quote Dr. B.K. Iyengar, the body is your temple, keep it pure and clean for the soul to reside in it. We all believe in it. We all believe there is a divinity in every human being. God, Aham Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi. So it is necessary. It's obligatory for us to keep this temple healthy because the God divinity, divine lives there. So yoga is perfect for physical health. Yogi is in perfect health throughout. As long as you live, you are destined to live, you will be in perfect health without any diseases. And yoga also can heal many diseases. I got a long list, but there is not a time for that to say that. Yoga. Now, what is meditation? Meditation is acceptance. It is acceptance of life within us, without us, and all around us. Acceptance of life is the beginning of human satisfaction. Transformation of life is the elimination of divine satisfaction. Now, plant the seed of meditation and reap the fruit of peace of mind. Meditation and concentration are the way to a life of serenity. Our mind is our instrument. We should learn to be its master and not its slave. By constant meditation, we rise above our mind and awakens into true spirituality. Successful meditation with the mind ultimately leads to meditation without the mind also. Meditation on objects and events bestows power over them. This is the way to create and improve our life. Meditating on an event that is going to happen and visualizing it as you want it to turn out, have the power to mold it according to your thought. That is manifestation. When we have a problem, meditate on it, and the answer will come during the meditation or soon afterwards. Make meditation a daily practice, and it will soon turn into a habit. Meditate daily, and soon your inner strength and mind power will grow. A beginner needs a quiet place to meditate. Someone with a lot of practice can meditate everywhere and under all circumstances. Constant inner peace and serenity can be ours. Take the first step today. Even masters have to take the first step. So can you and I. The body needs material food every day, and find out what it is. The soul needs spiritual food by work meditation. We meditate for various reasons. Peace of mind, we all badly need. Therefore, when we meditate, either consciously or unconsciously, we aim at peace of mind. Meditation gives us peace of mind without a tranquilizer. And unlike a tranquilizer, the peace of mind that we get from meditation does not fade away. It lasts for good in some corner of the innermost stresses of our aspiring heart. Friends, to share my own experience, how meditation helped me. I can't go into the long history of my life, full of challenges throughout my life. I'm 82 now, reasonably healthy. I attribute it to my long practice of yoga and meditation. Just for 2 instances, I was charged with investigating the assassination of the former Prime Minister of India, Rajiv Gandhi. At that time, it was considered impossible to detect. The government said it may remain a mystery forever. I was requested to take it up. Even when they said we are not able to detect it. When I took it up, it was a blind case. But I said nothing is impossible. Long struggle, 20 hours a day, no holiday, all the time under stress, traveling constantly, facing threats, problems from all sorts of people. Still, ultimately, we did detect the case, collect the evidence from the most considered the deadliest terrorist group in the world at that time. Threats all the time. You understand what type of pressures can be brought on. Everybody was making allegations, every leader. I had to keep straight from I took decision, I will go only by the evidence. I will go from the crime to the criminal. I will not allow any third degree or torture. But at the end of the 365, we had to file the charge sheet collecting evidence, about 10,000 pages of documents, over 2,000 material objects, each one of them had to be proved. It was in a dedicated court. The trial took place. It was the most watched trial in the history of humanity, all over not only India, all over the world. But at the end of it, I was declared diabetic. Because stress, 20 hours a day, untimely food, stress and all that. With all that, because I didn't have much time for my yoga and meditation. But I soon revived, find the time, even though I had to work 20 hours a day. But 1 hour at least I started dedicating for meditation, yoga and meditation. And thereafter, trial took a long time. Like that, there are so many instances in my life where I had to handle 2 full-time jobs at a time, traveling all over the country in fighting terrorism, insurgency, Kashmir, northeastern part of India, Punjab, and so many things happening. But I was given 2 full-time jobs a day, but still, yes, some months I could not. When I did not do yoga or meditation, my health deteriorated. But I soon I back to it. If I am able to maintain reasonably good health, equanimity of mind, even working almost 12 to 14 hours a day, even after retirement, I attribute that to be only to yoga and meditation. Meditation alone, I find nowadays, meditation alone, you'll be able to cure people, concentrate people. They're able to focus on their work much more efficiently. They say we have less sleep. They say more harmony, more peace of mind, harmony between within the family. At least one prominent person, lady, came out in the morning meditation and said, 20 years we are married husband and wife, but we are living as two individuals. But after these 3 months or longer of meditation, simplest meditation, now we feel first time we are living as husband and wife, because meditation helps you to go inside. Each one of us have about 40 to 50,000 thoughts at least in a day, average. Even when you are listening to me, you have got some thoughts. Even when I am speaking to you, I have some thoughts coming in. They come and go. You have no control on them. But meditation helps you to reject them. You can't suppress them. You just observe them over a period of practice. So out of these 50, 60,000 thoughts a day, most of them are about the past, and many of them negative, or some worried about the future. Thanks. So that is why our health deteriorates. Our concentration goes. We are not able to be efficient in what we are supposed to do. But constant meditation, any type of meditation is good. I must say, with all types of meditation, all the great masters, I don't compare them. I don't sit in judgment with them. But the one I am now practically encouraging, the simpler form of meditation. That is originally Vipassana, Bhagavan Buddha's. He found it ultimately.
Sorry, it seems like we had some kind of a technical difficulty there, but I'm really happy we do have Mr. Karthikeyan in the studio with us, so we can just have you tell us whatever else you want to say to finish that talk off.
I have said whatever I have to say already. It's all recorded.
Okay, so, I'm so impressed with all that I have heard, and I particularly like this what could be used as a beautiful slogan: "Cure what need not be endured, and endure what you cannot cure." That's incredible.
Yes,
And also,
Dr. B.K. Iyengar, the greatest yogacharya of this century, he was very close to me. And his own life, he was a young child, he had tuberculosis, poor circumstances, and he has suffered a lot till age 20. He moved out of Bangalore, walked all the way to Hubli, Dharwad, trying to teach some yoga here and there for a meal and an accommodation. But thereafter, he focused so much on yoga and meditation, and he became like a lion. Actually, people have known him, he really like a lion, but he was a very weak person. Is that everything is because of yoga and meditation. He became the greatest yogacharya of the century. He written thousands of books and all that. People used to come from all over the world to Pune to his studio to learn yoga and meditation. And it's a perfect example. I had many other masters like Patabi Jois in Mysore, Krishnamacharya in Madras. They're great yoga masters out there. But ultimately, the whole world has accepted meditation today. And after the Prime Minister spoke in the General Assembly, And even earlier, we have been trying to make it International Yoga Day, the year 2002, I think June 21st in Lisbon, Portugal. That was proposed by the great Portugal yoga master, Amrita Suryananda. He said this is something belongs to the world. Of course, it's a gift of India, but now it is the property of the whole world, so we must celebrate it. But ultimately, it has come to be accepted by the whole world. It is beyond religion, beyond nationality, beyond caste community. It is practiced in every country in the world today. For all the tension today, so much of tension, we're going on, particularly during this pandemic now. People are scared of this. Fear brings down the immunity. To get over this fear, many other classes, meditation is miraculous. I wrote, if you send me your request, I will send me a message, drkarthikeyan@gmail.com, drkarthikeyan@gmail.com. I'll send you what I wrote. I wrote a newsletter, long one. Meditation is miraculous. There is nothing which cannot be achieved by meditation alone. I have proved it with established documents quoting great masters from various traditions also. Meditation, you control your mind. You quieten your mind. All your negative thoughts will go away. Then the cosmic energy flows in you. Your physical health improves, mental health improves, relationships, concentration, peace of mind, harmony. Everything is achieved. You become more efficient. There are people who achieved, the great masters have said that. And that's why we are promoting that meditation is miraculous. When I want to try meditation, medication, Gurudev Sri Ravi Shankarji of What Are Living said, no, meditation is more than medication. After watching the response of thousands of people in the last few days after meditation, then I had the courage to write meditation is miraculous. People see their lives getting totally transformed. See, your physical health, mental health, efficiency is only a byproduct ultimately. It is far more valuable than improving your excellence of health and mind. Your life gets transformed. Each one of us become more responsible to the whole, not only to our health, your family, your work, but to the whole planet. Planet is crying for relief today because so much of disaster has happened. Unless we restore nature to its glory, in another 100 years, our grandchildren will not have pure air to breathe, pure water to drink. So unless we become responsible now, today, every one of us, not only the governments, you can't save the planet. So meditation is far more important than creating excellence in your work. That's why a good meditator becomes more responsible. Everyone in the planet is made me responsible. Not only our lives will be happy, your work will be efficient, your relationships are far more important. You can care for each other, care for other forms of life, care for the planet. That is the way we can restore planet Earth to its old glory. As they say, we have not inherited the planet, all our comforts from our ancestors. We have borrowed it from our future generations. So it's our duty to ensure that we hand over everything as we inherited. Ladies and gentlemen, meditation is miraculous. Meditation is everything. It's not only excellence of work, but it becomes made responsible. It's a joyous life, joyous family. We can create a joyous planet where everybody can be living healthy, happy, and with all prosperity and peace of mind.
Thank you. That was beautiful. We have a couple of questions here that I'd like to ask you to answer. One question was the police forces. As a surgeon, I thought I had a stressful job. I also worked over 20 hours a day and so on, but I never had to deal with terrorists and corrupt people and crooks and so on. So I can't imagine how you got through all of that. And the question here is, considering the tremendous stress that the police force have, that people who work in the police force have throughout their careers, especially with the present situation on the pandemic. Is there anything in the field of yoga and meditation that is being done um, for the police force?
Yes, at a very critical point in my life, when I was investigating Rajiv Gandhi assassination, it was considered as an impossible task. They said it will remain a mystery like an assassination. I was given the task, I accepted it. It was a tremendous job, 20 hours a day, literally the whole year, against all odds, against tension, against threats, against politicking, and all that an assassination with no clue. It was a tough job. But then at a point of time, we detected the case, but at a particular point of time, I found I was all alone. Everybody was supporting, but beyond the point. So I went into meditation, Vipassana meditation. 10 days of meditation. I mentioned to you in the one. That is Buddha's technique. All meditations are equally good. I am associated with all spiritual movements in my country. But I found this to be Anapanasati, the simplest meditation observed. So when I came out 10 days later, I found it's a miraculous thing. I was perhaps the only police officer, IPS officer, that worked in 2 full-time jobs. One is the Central Reserve Police Force, fully armed, finding insurgency, terrorism, Naxalism, and all that. Another Central Bureau of Investigation, we have nothing to do with arms. You have to investigate high-profile crimes and simply file the charge sheet. I came out. I wrote to both the bosses of the both organizations telling every police officer must be put through the meditation. Because when others go mad, society goes mad sometimes, whatever may be the reasons, commissions and omissions of the government of the day, with which police have nothing to do, but we have to face the consequences. They have to maintain their cool. They have to maintain their physical health, mental health. No, equilibrium, equanimity. I said every police officer must be put through this meditation course to show how you can control. You don't react, you respond to situations. I would say that I continue to recommend everywhere. There's more than ever before, like the frontline workers, like the medical people, health professionals working around the clock in the hospitals. The policemen have to work not only during the COVID situation, in all situations all over the world. Sometimes they lose a balance, get angry. When people go mad, you have to maintain your cool. For that, you need apart from all the training given, the most important thing is spirituality. Spirituality, yoga, and that too meditation. Then you know how to control your emotions, how to deal with situations very calmly, how to maintain your good health in spite of 20 hours of work. 1 hour of yoga and meditation is equal to 3-4 hours of sleep. That's very important. Most important thing I would say, the recipe for doctors, police officers, or people under a lot of stress today. Meditation gives you the confidence. You don't get scared. You don't become panic. Because of what is happening in the COVID and the people who can't get admission to the hospital. If they get admission, no oxygen, no medicine, people either come out alive, even they come out alive, then post-recovery, the life has become normal, never normal, and also huge expenditure. Access and affordability becomes the issue. All that, you need your immunity. Self-immunity can be improved by not only what you eat, healthy, plant-based diet, food and all that. Your mental equanimity is very important. You don't yield to panic. If you are panicky, your immunity goes down. You become vulnerable to this attack. To maintain immunity, I'm telling you, more than anything else, meditation is the remedy. That's why I call it meditation is miraculous. If you want to write to me, I will send you my essay, how I have proved it meditation is miraculous. It is not theory. Day-to-day experience, I'm telling you. I'm glad you are taking up the subject. I'm sure all your listeners must be already on the path. Otherwise, they should start meditation. And tomorrow is one way of developing immunity against the pandemic, which I'm told is not over. May come again and again, partly because of the damage we have done to all other life forms on the planet. That's a different story for another day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Karthikeyan. This was probably one of the most inspiring discourses of this whole conference. I also would like to just mention a couple of other phrases that totally had my attention. One was the idea of freedom in routine, and the other one was acceptance of life, the beginning of human satisfaction. So, in the interest of time, we have to stop here, but I cannot tell you just how grateful we all are that you were able to make it into the studio today. We were not expecting you because you said you had some conflict. But thank you so much, and I hope you come back again for future programs with us.
Always. Thank you very much. Shri
Thank you.
requested me, so I found time to come in. Good thing because you could not have played the entire recording.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
So
but
it
it's a
was
good thing I'm
really.
here to answer part of it. Something went wrong with the recording. I thought it was all done well. Thank you very much. God
But
bless all of
having,
you.
thank you.
Keep
Having you
healthy,
here,
keep smiling, keep healthy, keep meditating.
thank you so much. Thank you.
Bye.
And with that, this session comes to an end. I want to thank everyone for listening in. Please be able to access these recordings later on YouTube. I also want to thank our tech team, Anjali ji, Subbu ji, and Gaurav ji, who have made this program work as best as we could. And thank you once again. Please continue to watch the rest of the programs. This conference will come to an end at the end of this day today. So thank you, namaste, and stay tuned.